So, that TikTok song, going down like the Titanic. Please, why?
I've never heard it.
I feel a little weird. Look, I'm not out to cancel anybody. Okay, I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that it's, like, super offensive or anything like that.
Kind of sounds like you're ready to cancel someone.
Yeah, no, I guess when I say it like that. But this is coming from the girl whose favorite tweet is the F in JFK was added later to pay respects.
That's
So
pretty funny.
I don't really think I have the authority to be like, oh my gosh, that's so offensive.
That's so
but
offensive.
Also, it is a little strange to me.
It's a little strange
that you would compare your emotional turmoil as, like,
I think it's a little inappropriate.
a lovesick individual to the tragedy of the sinking of the Titanic. But what do I know? What do I know?
It's a little inappropriate.
Yeah, dude, it's a little whack.
Just a little.
All right. Let's start this freaking episode, dude.
Let's start the podcast.
Let's start the podcast.
Maybe.
Hi, I'm Ellie.
And I'm Emma. We're sisters, and this podcast is where we read fan fiction from fandoms that we are not in.
And then we report back and try to guess the plot based on what we read. Emma, hello.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Wow, thank you for coming onto your own podcast. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, anytime.
Yeah, what are we talking about today?
Today we're talking about The Umbrella Academy.
Wow, Netflix original series.
I know,
2
and season
seasons.
2 just dropped recently, and I'm gonna tell ya, I know nothing about it.
That's so great. That is preferable, because if you
This is
did
the
know
whole
anything
point.
about it, it would ruin the podcast.
It would ruin the podcast, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
I think I watched the trailer when season 1 first dropped. And it, from what I remember, it gave off X-Men vibes.
Okay.
However, I might not have watched the trailer. So, this might be based off of nothing. Point is, I kind of thought that it looked a little dumb, and, like, maybe not dumb, just not my thing. So I didn't watch it, and I don't really care.
You don't remember if you watched the trailer or not?
Nope. Don't remember.
Wow, that's powerful.
Thank you. It's one of those things, you know when you open Netflix and it starts playing the trailer for something without you wanting it to or asking it to?
Oh,
I think it was one of those things, but it was muted. So if I did watch it, it was only visuals.
Incredible.
No sound.
Yeah. What I know about this show is that I thought it looked stupid when I first saw the trailer. And my friends dragged me for thinking that, which was very cool and respectful of them.
Yes,
which is valid. I normally, trailers you're supposed to judge shows by their trailers, right?
Yeah.
But Netflix original series are so hit or miss for me that I was just like, whatever. How good can this really be?
That.
Yeah. So whatever, but
yeah.
I do know I think they are superheroes.
X-Men vibes.
Yeah, and it's kind of quirky and, like, funny, but also very, like, dark and dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
It seems very gay.
It does give off some gay energy.
I don't know if it's the show itself that is gay or if it's just the fandom. Either way. I love a good fandom that gives off gay energy. Just a little homo.
Ellie can have a little homo.
I can have a little homo as a treat. The other thing I was going to say about what I know about Umbrella Academy is that it was written and produced, question mark,
okay,
by our My Chemical Romance king, Gerard Way.
Yes.
He is involved in the production of the show, which is very fun.
King.
Oh, actually, wait, I think it's based on a comic that he wrote.
That sounds about right.
And that sounds awesome.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Living the dream.
I don't know any of the names of the characters. Is there a character named Hargreaves?
I shouldn't ask
no
you.
idea. Why did I ask you?
Ellie, I watched. I might, maybe, have watched the trailer.
You might have watched the trailer on mute.
So I have no idea.
Well, I couldn't tell you. I think there may be. So, I am on cosplay TikTok.
Okay.
TikTok cosplayers, people might say they're cringe. Baby, they have gotten me through this pandemic. I have not yeeted myself from existence yet.
Mm-hmm.
And they are partially to blame for that. Good or bad.
I got real close last episode.
Oh.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? Full Metal Alchemy?
Yeah.
I got real Alchemy. Close. I was so confused. Oh.
That's valid. This might not be any better. It depends.
Probably not.
I don't know if it's just the fandom or if it's just the podcast concept in general that we have ruined our own lives.
Might be both.
But being on cosplay TikTok, again, because they save my life every day.
Every day.
I have been getting a lot of Umbrella Academy cosplayers on my For You page, even though I do not interact with any other Umbrella Academy content, and I've never watched the show.
Interesting.
So, much to think about.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I know. Yeah. Is there an academy?
Maybe. Is there?
Is the Umbrella Academy a, like, Professor X school for gifted youngsters? What's the school called?
Oh, Ellie, this is
the
so
X-Men
embarrassing
school
because
called?
I don't remember either.
Okay, profess, like, biggest James McAvoy fan. I'm revoking your card.
Ellie, you also don't remember. So this is on both
No,
of
but
us.
I do not self-profess to be the world's greatest James McAvoy fan.
I also do not. I love him.
Oh, okay.
I would love for him to kill me.
Okay.
However, I don't know anything about X-Men.
Okay, well, your homework assignment after we read Umbrella Academy fanfiction is go watch. Not to get political, but I very much enjoyed the X-Men trilogy, like, reboot with James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender.
I love him.
I quite enjoy it. First Class is... Now, are they the stupidest movies ever? Possibly. But boy howdy did I have a roaring good time.
Hold on. Take a pause.
Pausing, yes.
It is even more embarrassing that you don't know what the school from X-Men is called if you love those movies so much.
Yeah, no, I think it is Professor X's school for gifted youngsters. That sounds fake when I say it out loud.
We're gonna get bullied online.
I hope I get cyberbullied for this. This is embarrassing. Anyway,
it is.
I think I'm gonna guess that the Umbrella Academy is like Professor X's school. It is an academy, and Umbrella is referring to this is a Kingsman Secret Service situation where they use umbrellas as shields and guns. That's what I guess. Oh my gosh, Umbrella Academy Kingsman crossover when?
Oh my gosh. We'll find a fanfiction.
Okay, alright, I do not read crossovers. I kind of refuse to. But now I'm going to keep an eye. I wonder if anyone's made an Umbrella Academy Kingsman crossover. I will report back as soon as I find it.
Okay.
Emma, do you have any other thoughts on the Umbrella Academy before we stop this intro forever?
I don't think so. The only other thing that I know about it is from the Netflix, like, title picture. You know, there's, like, always a different one for every show. Like, it'll change every once in a while.
Yeah.
One of them there is a monkey, and I have a feeling that he talks.
Oh, a talking monkey.
That's all. There's a monkey, and I have a feeling that he says words.
That is so...
He looks like a very wise... He looks very wise.
Is he like a little shoulder monkey?
No, I don't think he's that small.
He's a big monkey?
I think he's a big monkey who talks. Maybe he's Professor X.
He's the head of the Umbrella Academy!
Yes!
The monkey!
The monkey
Does he wear a little hat?
No.
Then what's the point? If you are going to put a monkey wearing clothes in your freaking show and he's not wearing a little hat?
Oh my gosh.
Excuse me?
Ellie, he doesn't wear anything. He's just a monkey. And I think he talks.
I'm gonna cry.
He looks like he talks. Because I'm pretty sure he's CGI, and if you're gonna have a CGI monkey, he better be saying words.
He better, but like, if he says words and he doesn't have a hat, then what's the point?
Okay, first, I'm gonna take a note. First breakdown of the episode. We couldn't even make it into the actual episode. Ellie, this is the intro.
Why does he?
She's crying. I feel like there are tears. I can't tell. You're really small on my screen.
Give Monkey Umbrella Academy a hat. Challenge. Alright, well, okay, I'm gonna read fan fiction and I'm gonna see if anyone gives him a hat, because if you have a monkey, like, why? Why do that?
I have a feeling he has a cane, though. Like, he looks like the kind of monkey who would have a cane.
If he doesn't have... What if he uses an umbrella as a cane?
Oh, that's fun.
But I can't get my hopes up because if he doesn't, I am gonna be...
That's like, true. It's then it's breakdown number 2.
Sending Netflix my therapy bills kind of...
You should.
Situation.
You should.
I can, I should, and I will. I think that's it.
Yeah. I think that's it.
So we will return after we have read a stupid amount of Umbrella Academy fanfiction to give our findings. Yep. And probably express a lot of emotional pain.
About the monkey not having a hat.
Don't remind me. Don't bring that up. Can someone please draw me fan art of the monkey wearing a hat? I'm so sad.
Please, Ellie needs it, apparently.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks. Goodbye.
Bye.
Welcome back, or, to us.
They didn't leave.
You didn't leave.
We left.
I'm gonna do this every time.
They didn't leave.
Welcome back to us. We have returned.
We have returned.
No, yeah, to us, to you and me.
To us. To me and you.
This is... I hate
We're
this.
A mess.
Yeah. We're talking about all of the Umbrella Academy fanfiction that we just read. Emma, do you have an estimate of how many words of Umbrella Academy fanfiction you read this week?
Oh, jeez. I don't know. I closed all my tabs before we recorded this, so I'm gonna... Anywhere from... I'm gonna... Okay. 60,000 words. That's my guess. I read a lot. All in one night.
What the crap? Okay.
All in one night.
Emma takes this seriously. Okay, so you read quite a bit of fanfiction.
I did.
I read a decent amount as well, but I don't know if I understand what's going on at all in this show.
Do I know more than you?
I think you might.
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting for me.
Yeah, I'm really happy for you, I guess.
So I'm gonna throw it out there. We both watched season 1 and season 2 trailers.
Yes.
And that did help me.
That helped a lot.
A good amount. But there was a lot that still was very confusing to me.
Yeah.
And then the other thing that I did, I don't consider this to be cheating.
Okay.
I don't know if you do.
Okay.
But I looked up, because all the siblings, they all have powers. I looked up their individual powers. That is all I looked up, because I was so confused, because it would be like, oh yeah, they have powers, and it would tell, they specifically said in fanfiction what, like, 3 of them were, and I was like, okay, but I need the rest.
No, same. I
don't understand.
I did exactly the same thing. I googled Umbrella Academy powers one time, and now, like, half my Google suggested articles are about Umbrella Academy.
That is incredible.
So the internet continues to taunt and torture me.
Yes.
But yes, I also did look up the powers and the ages.
Okay.
Because I needed to know what they looked like also. None of the fics described their appearances. I also needed to know what they looked like. And I was about to
no one described their appearances.
Yeah.
I went onto the fandom wiki.
Okay.
And it didn't tell me their specific ages, it just told me when they were born, and I was like, okay, I know the show takes place in 2019, so I can do the math, but why didn't you just say that they were, like, 30? Why didn't you just say it?
I found one, I guess I didn't go on the wiki, but I did find a picture of all of them, their power, their names, and their ages, but that is funny. It's probably the time travel, dude. We're gonna get into it.
There's time travel.
Alright, so in the intro, I'm still laughing about this. I asked you, Emma, is there a character named Hargreaves? Surprise! Every character is named Hargreaves.
Surprise, that is literally everybody.
That's literally everyone's name.
Everybody.
Yeah, so the Hargreaves family, alright, is the, like, main group of people that this show revolves around. And the children of the family all have a number assigned to them. Let me get my notes. Number 1 is Luther. He
has super strength. He's the strong boy.
He big. Yeah.
He big.
Number 2 is Diego. All I have written down for him is knives. I know that he has super sharp aim, but I think Knife Boy is funnier. So Diego, Knife Boy, Hargreaves.
In the wiki, it was like trajectory manipulation, and
Ooh,
I was like,
so much sexier.
What does that mean? He can manipulate the trajectory of things.
Yeah, Emma, it tells you in the name. It tells me in the name. Number 3, hold on. I don't have a number 3.
It's Allison.
Oh, you know why I missed that?
Huh.
My 3 looks like an 8.
The secret 8th sibling.
Got him! So Allison is number 3. Wow, I got a lot wrong about her as I was reading. There was so much information, and it wasn't all written very clearly, and so I was like, I guess she has fire powers. Wait, no, she doesn't, so
I was gonna say, she does not have fire powers.
Oh, maybe she has sound powers, like she can manipulate noise. Nope, I don't know why someone wrote about that in their fanfiction, so I crossed that out too. And then I put mind control.
Yes.
So I just rumor.
That's what I did. I put rumor ?
Yeah, rumor. I think in the comic her name is Rumor. Or something, like her superhero name, which that is so cool.
It is pretty cool.
Marvel who? Iron Man what? Step aside. It's time for a rumor.
Girl talk.
Girl talk. Oh my gosh.
I was thinking about Girl Dog today.
Yeah, as soon as I said Iron Man, there was a glint in your eye.
Girl Dog.
Oh gosh. All right. Well, okay.
All right.
Anyway,
Number
4, Klaus, our king. Absolutely I really like all these characters.
But like Klaus. He is crop top femboy. Even though no one in any fanfiction that I read put him in a crop top. I know that he's crop top femboy.
I read a fanfiction where he was in a crop top and a skirt.
Incredible!
Wow, we're filling in the blanks for each other here. Yeah,
amazing.
I love that. Yeah, he was wearing a crop top. His power is that he can see dead people.
Yeah.
I wrote down Haley Joel Osment's Sixth Sense.
I put down human Ouija board. Because I know that he has a hello tattoo on one hand and a goodbye tattoo on the other.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, I read that somewhere, and so I was like, he
talks to dead people.
He's a human Ouija board. Anyways.
I'm about to dive headfirst through my first story window out of excitement about that revelation.
He's a human Ouija
it's
board.
Delightful.
Isn't it great?
That's tight. Yeah,
crop
I really love that.
Femboy
cool, yeah.
Ouija board.
He was wearing a crop top. He was wearing a skirt. He is a human Ouija board. It's class. Pack it up, Sixth Sense.
The power. The power.
Yeah. Here's a crazy... This one was really hard for me to figure out. Number 5 is named Number 5.
I know, I looked forever to see
the boy.
If he had a name. His name is 5.
It's just 5.
I want to know why.
That feels weird to me.
It feels
weird. That's very much like least favorite child.
Yes!
We didn't give him a name.
Literally, and I know that...
We just forgot about him
I think
or something.
Was it Vanya who had the terrible childhood? Was she the neglected child? Because based on names here, it sounds like 5 was. Because he doesn't have a real name.
Real quick, 5's power is...
time travel.
He can travel through space and time.
Yes.
Very sexy of him. Vanya. Okay, we're skipping number 6 for now, because I need to talk about Vanya.
Yeah.
So you asked if Vanya was the one with the terrible childhood? Okay, just knowing nothing about these characters, walking in blind, she's played by Ellen Page. She absolutely has to be the most traumatized character.
1000%.
She's played by Ellen Page.
Yeah.
There's no alternative to that.
She's gotta be the broken
I'm
one.
gonna say yeah. She has...
I put down sound stuff.
I also put down sound powers. What does that mean? Couldn't tell you.
I read about it. I read the description of what her power was. Could I explain it to you right now in this moment? Absolutely not. Did I write any of it down? No.
Oh, why would you write down something important? Thanks.
Why would I write down something important? I wrote down sound stuff and I was like, I'll remember this tomorrow.
That's enough. Yeah.
I kind of remember, but there's no possible way for the words to go from my brain to my mouth and have them make sense.
Well, okay, can she screech really loud? Can she do like a sonic boom?
No. She can manipulate sound.
Okay.
Which
like make people hear things that aren't that are... Okay, we're gonna move on.
It's like she breakdown number 1. No, wait, number 2, because you had a breakdown about Pogo, the monkey, not having a hat.
Don't bring up the monkey.
Are we about to have a breakdown about 2 separate things at the same time?
Yes, but... Okay, are we done with Vanya? I'm over this.
Sound stuff. Her eyes turn white.
Oh, that's
She
fun.
can blow stuff up.
Oh, okay, but like, okay, manipulating sound wave. Yeah, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Now, the question that neither of us have an answer to, but I would like to pose it. Does she use her sound powers to start an avalanche or a rock slide at some point in the seasons? Because that seems like it would be really cool and useful for something.
For something. I'm gonna talk about something like that in a bit once we get into plot.
Okay, good. I'm excited to hear it.
Okay.
One of the characters that I skipped over, but we're gonna jump into now. Okay, this character, I know I said Klaus was my favorite. I'm a huge fan of Ben. Number
I do
6,
love Ben.
Ben. I love Ben. So Ben is
Do you
dead.
want to know what I have written down for Ben?
I would love to hear it.
Okay, so I do have written down that Ben is dead. But for his power...
Okay, what is it? You have to say it.
Tentacle tummy.
I hate you. I hate you. What is that?
Because he can, like, tentacles from the void, but it said that it came from his stomach. Tentacle tummy.
I'm gonna have a breakdown over that. I hate that.
What do you have written down for his power? I would like to know.
Well, I wrote down tentacles and then in parentheses, Slender Man.
Ooh.
Which, because
That's fun.
What it is. I saw a clip of him in one of the trailers and I was like, tentacles from the body, big Slender Man energy.
It does have big Slenderman energy.
Yeah, ooky spooky. But he died trying to save everyone from the first apocalypse, question mark? It was very hard for me to find any information, but it sounds like he was not around for very long.
I knew that he died in season 1 and that's all.
Yeah. Jumping into plot, what is the plot of the Umbrella Academy?
Would you like me to just go off?
That is what this podcast is for. So
okay.
Yes, I would like it.
Okay, I'll go off then.
Awesome.
All right. Season 1. Reginald. He's the dad. He's the
Reginald
dad.
Hargreaves.
Yes.
Okay.
He adopts 6 gifted children.
Okay.
A little bit of a backstory. 43 women gave birth in 1989 without any signs of being pregnant, which that's all I needed to know. And I didn't look into that anymore because I was like, okay. Doesn't make sense to me. Moving on.
I just accept that that's what it is.
No thoughts. Head empty. Moving on.
We continue from there. Alright, yeah.
Exactly.
So he steals a bunch of kids. Normal guy
Exactly.
stuff.
He steals a bunch of kids. He forms the Umbrella Academy. The Umbrella Academy is to hone their skills / powers. I still don't know why it's called Umbrella. Couldn't tell ya.
I read around a lot.
Okay.
Not a single umbrella was mentioned one time. And
I had an
not
umbrella
only
mentioned
that,
one time, but it's because it was raining. It wasn't relevant.
Oh my gosh. Well, I couldn't even find an Umbrella Academy Kingsman Secret Service crossover.
No.
Like, what's the point, dude? If you're gonna have
know.
umbrellas as a major, the Penguin, Batman.
The Penguin.
He's got an umbrella.
I want you to write this crossover.
Okay.
Still without watching the show. I don't want you to watch the Umbrella Academy before you write the crossover. Please, and thank you. Jumping back into the plot, here we go. Somehow, right here I have written down, somehow they cause the apocalypse, or they don't, but they try to stop it. They win, ? Then they lose contact with each other, ? Later, I did fill in some of these notes.
Okay.
This sounds so fake, but the rest of the fanfiction was following canon so closely that I don't know what to make of this.
Sure.
Vanya got angry and she accidentally blew up the moon and caused the end of the world in season 1. But 5 saved them by accidentally scattering them across the 1960s. Is that real? It is now! That's what I got for you. That's what I got for you. Also, at some point during season 1, Klaus disappeared because he opened up a strange briefcase and was transported to 1968 into the war.
Is that when he joined the army?
That's when he joined the army.
In the Vietnam War.
He fought in the Vietnam War, and Dave, probably not canonical boyfriend, but I want it to be, so it is now.
Yeah, Klaus and Dave Katz, Dave Katz I have written down, died in Vietnam, comma, knew Klaus in Vietnam, parenthesis, lovers, question mark, close parenthesis.
Mm-hmm.
There were quite a few. This was a very popular ship, Klaus and Dave.
It is very popular.
Let me tell you about Dave.
Tell me about Dave, because I have nothing written down about Dave, other than himbo.
He does seem like a himbo, and I was so happy for him.
He's pretty himbo. I'm so happy for him. Yes.
Dave Katz.
Mm-hmm.
I read a fan fiction that was an Umbrella Academy, not really Soulmates AU, but it was a reincarnation love story.
Ooh, that's fun. And I like that specifically for this.
Yeah. Because this is wacky. Dave and Klaus serve together in Nam.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dave dies. Spoiler alert. Except I don't know if that's real. I mean, I'm assuming he dies because...
I'm fairly positive that he dies.
Like, I'm pretty sure that you don't really... Like, no one survives that very easily. I'm
die.
shocked that Klaus even survived that. Like, what is happening in this show?
I still don't... I don't know. It said that he disappeared for 10 months, so he fought in the war for 10 months. That is all I know.
That is too many freaking months, dude. But yeah, after Klaus...
Too many months.
Leaves the war because Dave dies.
Yep. His lover.
They go back to the future. Umbrella Academy Back to the Future crossover.
What?
Now that is something to think about. I do not want to think about that, actually.
It causes too many problems in my brain.
Yeah, time travel's messy. Anyway, they go back to the future. Klaus sees a man doing, like, putting on, like, an art show that looks very familiar to him. And he's like, there's no way. He's like, there's no way. But that guy looks exactly like Dave. So he runs in to the back of the gallery, and there's a painting that some people are, like, all hovering around, right? And they're like, oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I wonder why it's hidden back here. And Klaus goes, and it's a gorgeous giant portrait of him. And he's, like, staring at it, and he's like, oh my gosh, that's me. And he's like, this is so beautiful. And the artist behind him is like, oh, wow, thank you so much. And Klaus turns around, and it's Dave. And Dave sees Klaus, and he's like, no way. He's like, you're the painting. And Klaus is like, yeah, you're my ex-boyfriend who died in Vietnam. Dave was reincarnated as this, like, artist guy who had been having dreams about knowing Klaus in a past life. And then, here's the worst part. Vanya blows up the freaking moon and starts the apocalypse, and Five can't save Dave, and so Klaus loses him for a second time!
No!
Are you kidding me?
No!
Why would you write that?
No!
That's illegal!
That is not... Why?
I'm sweating right now. Yeah, exactly.
I am too!
I'm upset.
Have this sweater on anymore.
Take your sweater off.
Warm.
Too warm.
Too warm.
So yeah, that's what I know about Dave.
Dave, who
that's I watched die 2 times.
I don't... That's
so good.
Upsetting. Okay. Do we want to hop into season 2 then?
I think we... Yeah.
I was gonna say there's I don't know where else we would go.
I don't know. Wait, what about where does Pogo the monkey, aka Munkle Unk, fit in all this?
No idea. No
idea.
In fact, I have written down at the bottom of my notes, I know nothing about Pogo or the Academy, ? Or what part they play in the plot, wish I could tell you. Nothing. I have no information about any of them.
I have a guess.
Okay.
Based on context clues from other things that I read.
Okay.
So Pogo does speak. He is an intelligent monkey.
He does speak words. If he didn't, I would have a breakdown.
Yeah, why do you have a CGI monkey if he doesn't talk?
Thank you!
Get out of here with that.
All I'm saying.
So Umbrella Academy did the good thing. They did a good thing. After, spoiler alert, Reginald Hargreaves dies, which is awesome, because he sounds like he sucks.
Ooh.
I like it when a bad dad passes away.
Me too.
You know?
It's very nice.
It's like, oh, our dad was so garbage. He was so mean. He abused us. He did experiments on us to make our powers stronger. And then he just dies. And
Terrible.
They're like, awesome. I think in the trailer for season 1, Diego calls him a monster at his funeral. It's not really a funeral as much as it is. Very powerful. It is a gathering of the siblings in a circle. They dump his ashes in the rain. On the ground. Yeah, just like, in the rain. And they're like, well, Dad's like in the gone. Front yard.
Dad's gone. Bye, Dad.
What a way to go. Yeah. So, seriously. Pogo the monkey, I think, is kind of a surrogate father for them. I'm assuming that Reginald, like, created him. So that's cool, I guess. Where does he fit in the greater story? No clue.
Idea.
But he wears nice clothes and he has spectacles, which is kind of fun.
But he doesn't have a hat.
I have not seen any screenshots of him wearing a hat.
With a hat.
Netflix, it's on site.
It's on site.
Mr. Robert Netflix, it's on site, sir. Why did you not get...
So
Actually,
funny.
should I... Is this a Netflix problem or is this a Gerard Way problem? Did Gerard Way not give the monkey a hat? But
that might be where it stemmed from. However, Netflix should have known better.
Netflix should have known, exactly. Netflix should have known better and should have given him a freaking hat. So whatever.
They should have given him a hat. Bad
Over
both
it.
Ways. Yeah.
Everyone failed here in this scenario.
Yeah.
No
Everyone
winners.
did bad. Canceled.
Yeah, I'm disappointed. Anyway, season 2. They are in
ready?
the 1960s. I believe actually they're specifically in the year 1963 in the city
that's what I have written down.
of Dallas. Well, they all end up in the city of Dallas.
Yes.
Now, when I read this,
eventually,
I was like, hey, that's kind of funny. Isn't 1963 in Dallas the time and place where JFK was assassinated?
And somehow it's all connected! I don't know. I just know that somehow season 2 plot of the Umbrella Academy is somehow connected to the assassination of JFK. How? Why? I don't understand. I don't understand. So for season 2, I have written down, apocalypse time again, baby.
Yeah, Apocalypse
Klaus
2
has a cult.
Electric Boogaloo. Klaus does have, and you know what?
Ooh.
I did not come across
I'm so
that.
happy for him.
I am happy for him. I did not come across that in fan fiction at all. It was only in the trailer.
I found a very it was canon divergence, so instead of Klaus disappearing somewhere else in 1963, he reappeared in Vietnam and he was like reliving it, so he had like a second chance with Dave and he could like save Dave again.
Did he save Dave?
Uncompleted, so
oh my gosh!
I don't know if he saves
stress,
Dave.
Dude, these writers
I know the
Klaus
stress,
and Dave through so much. I can't deal with that.
Seriously, so much. I can't deal with it. But somebody makes a joke and Klaus is like, yeah, I could have a cult. Y'all wouldn't be able to handle it though, to his like army friends.
Yeah.
It's like, it'd be too much for you guys. It was funny. It was great.
That's tight. I'm happy for him.
So 5 time travels and sees the world end, which I saw in the trailer.
I do recall.
Gotta find the family. And they have 8 ? 10 days? Because I don't remember if it was 8 or 10 days.
Okay. I think it's 10.
To stop it. I think it's maybe.
Well, actually, now that I say that, no, you're making me question myself.
I know. Is it 8 or is it 10? I'm not sure.
You know what I'm gonna say? This is a Die Hard situation. They have like 12 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
So everything that happens in season 2 happens in a span of 12 hours. That is what I've decided. That is the new canon. Yeah.
Yes. I'm with it.
Up the ante.
It's somehow connected to JFK. Diego ends up in a mental institution.
Awesome.
And then don't know what happens.
Yep, and then ... question mark. We may never know.
No idea. We may never know.
What? Okay. So they're a family of I wouldn't say adopted, stolen experiment children.
Stolen.
They were born with powers. But Reginald Hargreaves did something to them to train them and test them and make them more powerful and stuff.
Hone their skills.
They're all messed up. I just think it's funny, like, of all of the siblings, Diego is literally the last one on the list that I would expect to be in a mental institute.
Dude, Klaus, he is my first pick for mental institution.
Literally pick any of the other kids just based on their powers alone. Yeah. Diego's power is the least mentally, like, destructive.
Knife boy.
Oh, I can throw knives. Walk him up.
Ooh, I can
like,
throw
what?
Knives. What? If a 30-year-old trapped in a teenager's body who doesn't have a real name came up to me and said, I can time travel, that...
Jail.
That is institution time, baby.
Yeah. I mean, if I sucked, then yeah, I would institutionalize some kids.
Oh, definitely. Yeah,
How old is 5?
You love to see it. I don't know. I just have written down he's 30, but he's stuck in a teenager's body because they're all the same age.
That's the other thing that
he's
5 is the one that's getting, Mom, we're getting the band back together, kind of thing. That's a Phineas and Ferb reference. 5 is the Phineas in this situation where he's getting the band back together.
Yes, he is.
The Apocalypse is Mom and Dad's anniversary. Mr. and Mrs. Flynn Fletcher, right? Yeah.
Yes. Wait, then whose love handle? Oh, their love handle. Sorry.
Their love handle, yeah. 5 is Phineas and the siblings together. It's double duty here, okay?
Gotcha.
Candace is the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Your jaw dropped.
Nobody can see my face right now except for you. I'm gonna start crying. I'm gonna have breakdown number 5. Baby.
Umbrella Academy Phineas and Ferb crossover. AU where the Umbrella Academy family is replaced. The plot is exactly the same, but they're replaced by Phineas and Ferb characters. The plot's exactly the same.
Yes,
and
please.
Candace does get shot. She's JFK. Like, I'm sorry. Well, actually, in this analogy, Candace, the character, the person, is specifically the assassination of JFK, the event. So it's kind of an abstract.
She's the embodiment of the event.
Because she's that event is what is, like, preventing them from doing what they need to do or whatever. I don't know. For some reason, they're tied together.
Yes.
Yeah, you could not pay me enough money to even get close to how that all connects, but...
No idea. Couldn't tell ya.
Ben comes back in season 2 as I think a ghost that Klaus
only
can see.
Klaus can see him.
Now, I read some fics where Klaus could sometimes manifest Ben so that other people could see and talk to him, and Ben could possess Klaus's body.
Yes. Yes.
There's a Swedish mafia. There's 3 Swedish dudes that chase them around and try to kill them. and they eventually kill the Swedish dudes, ? I read a fic where Allison, Klaus, and a character named Raymond, no clue who he is, but the fanfic writer said that Allison and Raymond were married. But Klaus, Raymond, and Allison all get together and kill the Swedish mafia guys, roll them up in a carpet, and bury them in the woods.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
pretty
fun.
whack. Pretty
family
wacky.
Bonding.
Yeah, it's family bonding time.
Can I just throw out some of the other random notes that I have written down?
I would love to hear it.
Okay. So, quote, no incest.
I was gonna bring
is a
up
popular tag, and I am concerned. Okay, that's at the top.
Yeah.
Then at the bottom of the page, I have written down tag. I wish I could say no incest, but we're trying to keep it as canon as possible. Then further down the page, I have Luther and Allison sounds like canon incest to me. Is there
I'm speechless.
I can't. I wasn't sure if there was actual canon incest until I saw the tag that said, I wish I could say no incest, but we're trying to keep it as canon as possible. And I shut my computer.
Yeah.
I closed it, and I just had to take like 5 minutes of just sitting in silence of just like, what just happened?
Rage quitting fan fiction because of an incest rage.
I literally, oh my gosh.
Okay, so my thing.
Oh my goodness.
On the subject of incest.
Oh no.
So I did see no incest was one of the most common tags.
It is. It's one of the most common tags. And then also no pseudo incest.
Here's the thing. I also saw a tag that was like no incest because screw the Umbrella Academy or something, and I was like, does that mean that the show has... And now, okay.
Canon incest?
The tag pseudo incest... I hate that we are talking about this. This is the worst discussion that we've ever had.
This is terrible.
But we gotta say it, because this is the fandom. The tag pseudo incest is referring to the fact that the Hargreaves siblings are not biologically related. Now...
Right, because they're stolen children.
Yeah, none of them are bio-related. Now listen, I had a long conversation about the about the morals and the ethics of incest with my husband. If you recall, I am married. And I mentioned the pseudo... to a man, yeah. I mentioned the pseudo-incest thing to him, and I was like, literally, what does this... Like, okay, I know what it means. You know, I was like, they're saying that it's pseudo-incest because they were raised together as siblings, but they're not biologically related. So then, question boils down to, is incest illegal just because of biological factors? I'm talking sibling to sibling.
Because they did grow up together as siblings. Whether they are biologically related or not.
Exactly.
They grew up as siblings.
They were raised as siblings, yeah. The biological part of it doesn't matter. So that's what I was asking Ammon about. I was like, okay, so ethically and legally, right? Just in the, you know, the United States, incest laws are in place. But then I was wondering, that's what we were talking about. Is it just because of the biological factor of like people with DNA that is too similar having a child causes so many complications versus we just all assume and say that it's gross. You know what I mean?
Now, I
can't believe we're talking about this. Okay.
I would look it up, but I don't want the FBI man in my computer to see that I'm looking that up.
No, it's okay.
This is another tag that I saw that made me lose my mind. Okay. So it's God, in parentheses, Umbrella Academy. That was interesting to me.
So God is a character.
Because I'm like, hold on.
in the Umbrella
There
Academy.
is a specific god in the Umbrella Academy. Yes, and she is a little girl with a bike. And also, I think that Klaus has died multiple times, because he seems like buddies with God.
Wow!
The small girl on the bike.
The small girl on the bike?
Yeah.
I did not come across that at all, so that's fascinating.
Yeah, it was this whole thing. It was really upsetting. It was Klaus wanting to see Ben again, and so
yeah,
it was upsetting.
No, yeah, no, it's sad.
God didn't keep him dead. God was like, "Get out of here. You got 10 minutes, then leave."
I mean, that's nice. 10-minute visitation rights from God. Yeah,
from God. Mr. Pennycrumb. I remember I mentioned
you mentioned this on the phone, and I literally have no idea what that is.
I think it's a dog. I think Mr. Pennycrumb is a dog.
Okay.
There were multiple fan fictions with that had Mr. Pennycrumb tagged about 5 deserving
a dog
deserving happiness and getting a dog.
That's cute.
So I think Mr. Pennycrumb is a dog. Very fun name.
But you also mentioned you weren't sure if it was something the fandom made up or if it's in the show.
Yeah. I don't know if the fandom made this dog up or if it's actually canon within the show. Because I talked about how in the Star Wars fandom, we just manifested the fact that General Hux has an orange tabby cat named Millicent. We just said that one time, and now it is canon within the books.
Everyone writes about it in their fan fiction like it's a known fact.
We just like manifested this cat. So I don't know if this is a fandom wide made up dog.
Right.
Or if this is a real dog. A real canon dog. No idea.
Yeah, I don't know, but I do think it is very interesting to see fandoms cling to certain things, and then all of a sudden everyone has just accepted it as, like, if not canonical, everyone has accepted it as something that they would like to see, and so it becomes part of the fanon. And in some cases, the canon itself, like, you know, the actual creators of something see something the fandom has done, and they're like, oh, like, one example of this is that in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, there was a background character in an episode one time that vaguely resembled the Doctor from Doctor Who.
I remember that, and everybody lost their minds.
Everybody lost their minds, and I think it was Matt Smith's Doctor that it
was
represented, because that was like the Matt Smith Doctor era. Oh, remember when before I had depression? Incredible. Wow. Matt Smith's Doctor.
What a good time that was.
Marks the time before I was miserable, so that's really cool. Anyway, but then the fandom just like latched onto that, and in later seasons of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, they put him in the show, and there was a...
They put him in the show.
The fandom called him Doctor Who's, which is very cute.
It's very cute.
And they gave him a little fez and put him in the show.
Right, and his little cutie mark was a hourglass.
Yeah, it was an hourglass. So freaking cool. So stuff like that can happen. If the dog isn't real...
I think the dog is real.
Oh, okay.
Because it seems like only the Umbrella Academy writers or Gerard Way would name a dog Mr. Pennycrumb.
That is a very valid point.
I don't think that the fandom would just be like, if the fandom was gonna give 5 a dog, they wouldn't have named it Mr. Pennycrumb. That is very specific. I think that is a canon dog.
Okay. I accept that. That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Some of the other tags I was going to mention that did make me laugh, besides we already talked about the pseudo-incest, Klaus Hargreaves Needs a Hug was very popular.
It was very, very popular and very valid.
Very valid. The other one that made me laugh was Reginald Hargreaves' A+ Parenting. That was obviously a very sarcastic tag.
Yeah.
All my homies hate Reginald Hargreaves. Another the other, like, I guess mood tags, angst, hurt/comfort, and wump, which, if you don't know what wump is, it's basically the tag for angst stories directed at a specific character, where that character just goes through it in the worst way.
Which is like every single Klaus fic that was ever written.
Exactly. Every single, it's just Klaus wump over and over and over. So, rip to that man.
It's upsetting. Can we just... Y'all always saying that this boy needs a hug, and then you are just dragging him through hell.
Yeah, what's up with that? You're saying, like, oh, Klaus Hargreaves needs a hug, and then you're writing wump fic like every other fanfiction is Klaus wump. Are you kidding me?
Every Klaus fic has a Klaus deserves happiness tag, but then
you kill Dave.
They give him a chance to save his boyfriend again, and then he
dies
presumably dies. I don't know. Yeah. It was incomplete.
Illegal.
So I don't know. Illegal.
I pretend I do not see it. Okay?
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't pretend because I don't see it.
I don't see it. I do not see it at all.
I just don't see it. I don't have to pretend if I didn't see it.
So you mentioned the God thing.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else. Well, I have one note that's really random. There's a Sparrow Academy ?
Yeah, I saw that and I don't know what that means.
I believe it's revealed at the end of season 2.
Is it a rival academy?
I think so, but
wait a second. Okay,
I'm holding on.
Here's my pitch.
Okay.
Time travel.
Yes.
They try to save the world, season 2.
Yes.
Again.
Okay.
It goofs up the whole timeline.
Okay.
Does the Umbrella Academy exist back in 2019? I don't know. Or in 1989, whatever, whenever? Maybe not. The Sparrow Academy, because they changed the timeline, is something else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah. So, I read several fanfiction like this, to the point where I was like, is this just a common trope, or did this actually happen? I don't know. Where 5 gets the band back together, and he successfully time travels them all back to when they were children, and they are actually children.
Oh.
With all of the knowledge that they have as adults, except for Vanya, for some reason, in several of the fics that I read, Vanya, it either specified that she couldn't remember anything that happened, or she was just really disoriented after the time travel or whatever. But they get back to the past, and they all make a pact with each other, basically, that they're not going to let their dad experiment on them anymore. They're not going to let their dad get his hands on Klaus, because one of the reasons Klaus is so messed up is because of the special experiments that Reginald did on him, where he would, get this, lock him in a mausoleum and make him talk to ghosts all night long. That's jacked up, dude. Yo, that's a little messed up. Hey, pump the brakes there, bud.
I don't blame him for having drug issues.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't blame him for that.
So the siblings all decide together, like, we're gonna do it. Some of these fics, Ben also was alive again, because it was before he died, because he was, like, a teenager. Right. Which is kind of fun. Some of them, Ben was still dead because of the, timeline stuff.
Timeline, yeah.
But some of them were very much like, 5 is gonna get them Back to the Future again, a second, third, 50th time. Or they were just gonna relive their lives, make better choices or make different choices, and hopefully prevent any of those things from happening. Like, there would be no apocalypse because they wouldn't be as traumatized as they were before, because they already went through it. They know what happened and how. Yeah, so they're able to stand up to their dad because they have the knowledge and
That's nice.
the power. Yeah, it's really, it's
so
kind of fun. Oh, yeah, so there's that.
I have a question for you.
Yes, what is your question?
Do you think there will be a season 3?
Absolutely. I don't know what happens at the end of season 2, but I'm almost convinced that there's some kind of crazy cliffhanger.
I was gonna say, I'm convinced that there's a crazy cliffhanger. I would like to hear your pitch for season 3.
Okay, so my pitch for season 3 of The Umbrella Academy,
yes,
which I've never watched before. I will say, The Umbrella Academy, to me, like just from the outside looking in, is if The Haunting of Hill House was also the X-Men.
Yeah, I just have spooky X-Men.
Yeah, so they stop the assassination of JFK and also are able to... Well, you know what? No. The apocalypse happens.
Okay.
That's my pitch. Okay, the apocalypse, they're not able to stop it. The world ends. But people live on. Umbrella Academy Season 3, post-apocalyptic dystopian superheroes.
Okay. When you said the world ends, I was fully prepared for you to just be like, that's it. 12 more episodes of nothing.
It's just nature shots 12 of episodes, things on fire.
Hour-long, things on fire.
Yeah.
It's just ambiance. Oh, actually, that's quite nice.
Oh, apocalypse ASMR.
Yeah, that's quite nice.
I like that. Yeah, but no, it's them, the siblings, they're together again and they're happy.
Do they all live? I mean, Ben died, but do they all live?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I would like them to not be dead. They've gone through so much together.
I would also like that.
Well, like, don't kill people off. Just stop doing that. Hey, stop killing people off. Don't do that anymore. We're done. We're over it. Death?
No more.
Canceled.
None.
Dave, none of it.
Bring him back.
Bring back Dave.
Let Klaus be happy.
My alternative pitch for season 3, though, besides apocalypse superheroes, because that does sound really fun.
It is very fun.
They still need a conflict, though, so in the apocalypse, I'm not sure what the conflict would be besides, like, we need to rebuild humanity. There has to be an enemy for them to fight. Because that's the whole thing with superheroes, is if there's no supervillain, they're kind of pointless, right? Maybe they are rediscovering how to exist in the new world.
Right.
Being unneeded. You know? Because they're heroes and there's no villains. My alternative, though, to that is 5 is able to teleport all of them back in time.
Okay.
To before Ben died, when they were all kids living at home.
Oh, okay.
And they are able to reset the events of their own lives so that when they go back to the future, things turn out better for them.
That's
and
nice.
They're able to get, like, their happily ever after. I just think that's fun. I mean, if you have time travel, like, yeah, the things can be messy, but, like,
closure.
Just let it work out.
Let Klaus be happy.
Have one happy time travel story, please. That isn't Back to the Future. Hey! Oh, there's incest in Back to the Future, too! Wait a second! So this crossover could work.
Whoa! This could work.
That's fascinating.
This could work. I don't like that it could work.
No, I hate it a lot, but hey.
But it could.
Hey.
Hey. Hey?
Yeah, that's my pitch.
I like it.
Do you have any thoughts?
I think at least one of them's gonna die before season 3.
I would guess Luther, because everyone hates him.
Interesting.
Because he's mean. I have written down that he's abusive, he hates Klaus, and he's very big and strong, and so he's very aggressive and, like, meathead, but in the worst way. So I think that it would be kind of one of those redemption-y things where Luther and his siblings start making up. And I don't know which... I know that he picks on Klaus specifically. I don't know what his relationships are like with the other siblings. Well, except apparently Allison, which he does pseudo-incest with. So apparently they have a great relationship. Oop! Did I say that? Anyway.
Big oop.
Yeah. So what were your other thoughts on season 3?
My pitch is going to be a little different.
Okay.
I say they don't Yeah, no. JFK still dies.
Awesome.
Because I don't know what to do with America's future
I don't know
if
what to
he
do
doesn't
with it.
die.
Yeah, like, what would that even
I don't know
look
what
like?
to do with it. So, we're gonna let JFK die.
Awesome.
Apocalypse happens.
Awesome.
Who dies? I'm gonna say 5 dies. So that they can't time travel back and fix anything.
That's so
'cause 5's
nasty
dead.
Of you. Wow.
And now they're stuck in the 1960s apocalypse land.
That's crazy.
Which is my favorite carnival theme. So okay. They're just vibing. I don't know what villain there would be, because I'm assuming the people who killed JFK, I don't know how they are related to the apocalypse. How would they be related to the apocalypse?
Don't
Hold
overthink
on, wait
it.
a second.
Okay.
Wait a second.
Okay.
I do remember seeing somewhere. Do you remember the assassination of John F. Kennedy? There was a man.
The Umbrella Man.
In the crowd somewhere, and he was holding an umbrella.
The Umbrella Man.
I saw somewhere. The Umbrella Man. I saw somewhere. Somebody said that it was Reginald. In one of the fan fictions.
I am going to swan dive out of a moving car. I am gonna fly away
into the sky.
Was
Dad the bad guy all along?
I am gonna shoot myself to the moon.
You can't. You can't. Vanya blew up the moon.
Vanya blew up the moon. I can't go there anymore.
You can't. Daddy is the Umbrella Man. And I don't know what that means.
How did we not get to this conclusion like 30 minutes ago? This is
I don't know.
It.
I
completely forgot about the Umbrella Man. I'm kind of disappointed in myself because I'm a huge fan of conspiracy theories.
I know, I'm kind of disappointed in you.
And that's one of my favorite American conspiracy theories is Umbrella Man.
It's the best one, is Umbrella Man.
I don't believe in it. I don't think Umbrella Man is anything super suspicious. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. It's
but
fun.
In the context of Umbrella Academy, the Umbrella Man being Reginald Hargreaves is galaxy brain.
Umbrella Man is probably the only reason that the writers were like, yeah, we'll go back to JFK.
Yeah, that is such a good point.
Let's do JFK.
They were like,
it's the Umbrella Academy. Yeah. It was Dad.
They're like, all right, where are the umbrellas in history? Umbrella Man? Boom. 1960s.
Umbrella Man?
Go.
Whew. Here we go.
I would be willing to put money down on that's why they decided that. That is incredibly
I think
funny.
so too.
Oh my gosh.
It's very funny.
Wow.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, well, okay.
You know what? I'm done asking questions. I'm just gonna kill more brain cells. Yeah, so Umbrella Man, JFK, I don't know what that means for season 3. Hold on. Wait a second.
Tell me. End me.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. They realize that Umbrella Man in the crowd is their dad. So they stop Umbrella Man. But hold on, if they stop Umbrella Man and that stops the assassination of JFK, does that stop Dad from forming the Umbrella Academy and adopting all of them? Stealing all of them and making them siblings and honing their powers? And then it changes the whole entire timeline? And I'm gonna have a breakdown.
Alright, so we're gonna end the episode there. Before Emma starts bleeding out her ears from all of the brain power that she's trying to do right now. I'm literally just sitting here watching Emma sob at her computer.
I don't know what to do. Ellie, are you gonna watch the show? Are you gonna watch the show? Are you gonna watch it?
I might, mostly because my friends really like it, and then, we'll have something to talk about, and I can be like, Yeah, I watched that and I read all this fan fiction. I know that a lot of people think that, oh, it's superheroes and it's MCR. That's totally Ellie's deal. You know, that's like totally her cup of tea. Mm-hmm. Which you're not wrong, but dude, I am so freaking burned out on grimdark TV that is like emotionally draining. Not because I hate TV like that. I love it. I only have room for like one dark show at a time, and I'm currently rewatching Hannibal, and then I have other shows lined up. So maybe, you know, eventually, but reading the fan fiction and seeing the pain that the characters go through canonically, it's a lot, dude. And there's something especially difficult for me to watch with sibling problems. Haunting of Hill House was incredibly hard for me to watch. It was amazing.
I have seen it
probably the best Netflix original.
6 times.
Yeah, genuinely,
it's amazing,
incredible. We highly recommend. This is not sponsored by Netflix, but I'm a huge Mike Flanagan fan, so you know, and
he's great.
I love ghosts. I love horror. But I can only handle so much emotional trauma in an amount of time.
Right.
So I'm still recovering from, I don't even remember, probably the pandemic that we're currently living through. I'm recovering from that.
Maybe.
We're still living through it, and it's still traumatic. So maybe when I'm a little less anxious and have more emotional energy, I will watch it. I think it's a really cool show idea. The comic looks
it is very fun.
Awesome. I love Gerard Way, as you know. So,
I love him.
Yeah, I might in the future, but for now, I'm quite okay not watching any more, like, emotionally draining things. So.
That's understandable. It looks very stressful.
What about you? Are you gonna watch Umbrella Academy?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't love... This is very, very fun, and even though it is superhero-y, I can tell that it's not the same as every other superhero movie. Superhero movies are very entertaining, but they all follow the same plot line.
Oh, for sure.
Like, they're all... this is my bold take or whatever, but I don't know. I get very bored of superhero movies very quickly because they all are the same. There are some very fun ones, like I love Thor Ragnarok because it's hilarious and beautiful. I'll always love Iron Man. But, I don't know, superheroes aren't interesting to me. This one seems very fun and different.
Yeah.
Which I do love.
It obviously does not follow the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yes, the cookie cutter.
Yeah. That vibe.
It doesn't follow that, which is very, very fun. I don't think that I'll watch it. If I was to watch it, I think it would only be for Klaus, our crop top femboy.
Of course.
I don't know.
Cult leader.
King.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm intrigued enough to read the fan fiction for an episode of a podcast.
Yeah, and the fan fiction was good.
But I don't think that I will do anything past this.
Yeah, the fan fiction was good too.
Maybe I'll watch like a recap of season 1 and 2 and see what I can pick up from that.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll watch the show.
Yeah, no, that's valid. I think the fanfiction reading experience was generally pretty delightful. It was very sad. Like, 90% of the fic that I read was very sad. The other 10% of it was not overtly sad, but it wasn't happy. Like, there was very little of it that had, like, there was no happy endings. It was more just analyzing the characters as they went through these difficult experiences and their inner thoughts. Which is really interesting, and it gave a lot of insight into the characters in the show. But, yeah, I want to feel a good emotion for, like, 10 minutes, maybe. You know.
I don't know. I have other things on my list. It's not... I'm not gonna threaten people to not tell me anything about it.
Wow, good for you.
I'm not gonna make that same mistake again.
Yeah, you're learning.
I'm learning. Because I did watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah, you watched it in
and
like
it was
a
very,
week,
very good.
and you're obsessed with it now.
And it was so good. I hate myself.
I'm really happy for you. Well, cool. We did it.
Yeah.
We made it to the end.
And that's that. And you still haven't written an outro.
Yeah, I still haven't written an outro. Anyway.
I know. That's okay.
So,
this is it now.
That's Umbrella Academy. Thank you guys so much for listening. You can follow us on Twitter at PodNoContext and you can give us fanfiction recommendations for future episodes that we tweet about on there. Our next episode is going to be about an anime that I have not seen. Emma has, so she will be grading me.
Yeah, baby!
After I read copious amounts of fanfiction for it. It is Ookie Spooky. And
I am
pretty
so excited.
Freaking well known. I mean, like, one of the most popular anime maybe ever. It birthed a terrible live action adaptation.
Yes, it did.
The episode after that will be me grading Emma on one of my favorite video game series ever, which, if you follow me on Twitter, tells you nothing because I talk about video games a lot. It is not Fallout. Emma and I are both big Fallout fans, so if you're thinking that's what that is, it's not Fallout. It is another
It's not that.
action-adventure RPG. It has magic, it has mystery, it has rats. I'm very excited. And after that, who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're rearranging.
But yeah, that's what we've got going on. So if we make it past 4 episodes alive without God smiting us or the Umbrella Man taking us down, Dallas style, then we'll start giving you guys some more info of what we've got coming up next.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's all, folks. Watch out for your dad killing you with an umbrella. So